Hello, welcome back to the Moles on Missions podcast.
We're back.
We are back. It's a new year. It's not quite a new us, but it'll be
We
good.
are being sanctified daily, so
That is
every
true.
day is a
His
new
mercies
us.
are new every day. Praise the Lord.
Amen. We say that facetiously, but we really do mean
We
it.
do mean it, absolutely. All right. Are you ready for my question?
Am I ever ready?
You're never ready. And I ask you every time, and you give me the same answer every time. So I don't know why I keep asking, but it just feels right.
At least you're I'm giving you permission. Thank you for inviting the permission to ask the question. I feel safe.
Good.
Thanks.
Good.
At the same time, I'm so nervous.
Yeah. What is the most ridiculous game you've ever played? This could be a made-up game that you made up with your siblings. Could be a crazy youth group game. Could be, I don't know, water polo.
Oh, let me think. The first thing that came to mind was a particular, I almost called it an episode. A particular time we played Quelf.
Quelf. Okay. That's the card game where rules stack.
Yes.
Like the rules are constantly changing.
And sometime I've played Quelf a couple of times, and for the most part, they've been funny.
Yeah.
One or two times they really weren't great, but there was this one time, I can't even remember all the specifics of why, but
Yeah.
somebody had every time they spoke, they had to start with triangles, a different kind of meat, or
You
something
had to
like
say
that.
that.
You had to say that if someone said your name,
Ah,
and you had to make a
triangle.
triangle with your fingers. Somebody had to walk backwards and go find green things, I think. Like find 3 green things in the house.
Okay.
I feel like somebody had a shoe on their head, but I might be remembering that just because that's the picture on the front of the Quelf game. It was a truly ridiculous. Everybody had the best rules to follow. We were truly crazy.
Okay.
And it was also, I think this was like a sleepover, so it's probably like 1 in the morning.
Oh, yeah, yes. Everything's hilarious.
So funny.
Yep.
Yeah, so that was in middle school, high school.
Okay.
The
game of Quelf.
That's
Quelf is a pretty ridiculous game.
yeah.
Yeah. I could get on board with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's yours?
I'm trying to say it's probably the sport. There was a sport that we played at I feel like not anyone who knows me. That's probably a terrible way to phrase this. This is not a story that I keep locked down. I have shared this many times with many people.
This is the story.
In high school, we did a summer camp, and the lady, Jessica, who ran all the summer camp games, she was fantastic. And just a little bit off, but in all the best ways. So we show up to the field. It's just a bunch of high schoolers and middle schoolers. We show up to the middle of this field. It's like halfway through the summer camp for a game of Ultimate Frisbee. Standard Ultimate Frisbee game. And she shows up with no Frisbee, but with a cooler. And we're all like, oh no, she's gone off the rails again. What in the world are we about to do? And she apparently had found a local, like Oriental fish market or something like that. Some place where you can get non-standard food, seafood specifically. And she pulled out an octopus. And she said, we're playing Ultimate Frisbee with this dead octopus. And we did. And it was absolutely insane. We all dubbed it Ultimate Squidsby. And we knew it by that name for many, many years.
It was it was a bonding moment.
Good one, yes. It was a sucky situation, you might say. I have never smelt a worse smelling group of human beings, though. Because, like, for anyone who's done ocean fishing and you use squid is a very pungent smell. Imagine that. But it's all over 25, maybe 30 high schoolers who are also sweaty from being in the sun. Oh, it was horrible. The smell was terrible, but it was legendary. That day will live on in infamy.
Infamy?
Infamy?
Infamy is a negative.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
No, I mean afterwards, everyone was scared of Jessica making up the games.
Ah,
So,
okay, infamy.
yes.
Understood.
I mean, like tremendous bonding and camaraderie amongst those who made it through and survived Ultimate Squidsby, but also infamy for everyone else after. Yep. That's my ridiculous game.
That's good.
All right. On to the updates. So, the theme for this episode in our conversation is going to be 2 parts. Part 1, things we are finishing because we just came to the end of a year. And then the part 2 will be things we're excited about beginning and starting because we're just at the beginning and start of a new year.
Do you remember thinking about, like, as a kid, I remember thinking about the year 2006 and thinking, wow, that's a long, like, the emotion that came with it, that's a long way away. This was like 2004.
Yeah.
But as a kid, that's a long way away.
Yep.
And yeah, I just remember thinking 2006, that's 20 years ago.
Yeah. It's
But
a long time ago.
thinking about the number 2026 now,
Yeah.
just crazy.
I wonder, and this is just my analytical brain, if that whole feeling of time getting shorter is just because proportionately a year becomes less of a time span in proportion to the amount of life that you've lived.
It's a good thought.
It's like a seemingly smaller individual quantity when you look at it as percentage of life.
Yeah, that is
It is constantly shrinking.
right. That's
Yeah.
full. A year is fully half of our son's lifetime
Yeah, that's true.
at this point.
Yep.
And for us, it's significantly.
It's a 30th of my lifetime.
Ooh, he's old,
I'm
y'all.
old. Yeah.
We had the big 3-0 birthday
We did.
at the beginning of the month.
Yep.
So, happy birthday to you.
Thanks.
Welcome to your
30s.
adult years.
Adult. I've been an adult for 20. No, sorry.
For 10 years.
For 12 years. 12 years.
Oh, are you
18.
counting at 18?
Yeah,
Oh.
right.
Okay.
For 12 years. Now
Well,
it's just a part of my
You're the
adulthood
middle school.
where
of
the chance of me putting on weight increases exponentially.
And the aches and pains begin.
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, so Anna, what's a thing that has either come to a close or that you just really appreciated about the last year?
Well, one that I've seen kind of come to a close is parenting has become much less baby to much more little boy. Like he's playing, he's imagining. It's just different. We've left baby completely behind, and I feel like that there was a turning point. Cut that out. My family members have commented from Christmas to now.
Yeah.
How much he's changed. He's developing.
How much time has that been? About 3 weeks.
3 weeks, 4 weeks. Yeah. Changed in the sense of his words are more clear. He's using more of them.
Yeah. Personality
is just shining more and more. And so I feel like we left 1.5 officially behind.
Yep.
And we've crossed into the toddler. I'm thinking of him more as a 2-year-old. So that's something that we've left. It's come to a close is the babyhood. A little bit. I mean, he's still in the 1-year-old phase.
Yep.
But on the latter half of one.
Yeah.
Gosh, I think there's so many little things that are progressively changing that I don't notice when something is truly over or really ended. So we did see some friends move overseas. They've launched to their overseas assignments after waiting a while toward the end of 2025. So yeah, the face of JARS as it was last year, that's different now.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
kind
there's
of
a lot
over
of
because it's
turnover is not the right word because people are almost always still within the organization, but turnover in people come in and then people go out.
yes.
And it's a lot of change of allocation or job or you're in this country, then you're in that country, then you're in the other country. So
right.
it is turnover, but it's not the normal way you'd use turnover, I think.
Yeah. People living here at JARS changes pretty
Regularly.
steadily. But yeah, I think that's something that has ended is what it looked like last year is different. We have a lot of new faces, new families.
Yeah.
And we've said goodbye to familiar people
Yep.
that you'd see every day out for a walk in the neighborhood. They're just not here anymore. So yeah, those are some things that have changed a bit.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? You've had a couple things come to a close. Several things come to a close.
A couple things come to a close. I have, I think I can say I've officially finished my training program as being a trainee, even though there were like a couple, I don't know if red tape's the right word, but like, oh, you didn't actually finish this 2-hour online course.
Additional stipulations.
Yeah, go ahead and finish these off. Those are all finished off as of now. I don't know when I'm supposed to be getting my like certificate of, hey, here's your official, you've graduated piece of paper.
We haven't seen the piece of paper, but
Correct.
we have seen in the minutes
Yes.
the announcement that you are graduated.
So yes, I've officially finished my training program and I finished EMT school. Those were kind of the two big completions the end of this year.
That's a lot of effort you put into those projects.
Yeah.
It's a lot of education you undertook.
Yep. Feels good.
Yeah.
Feels rich. Yeah.
What are some of the takeaways from last year? Because the learning style of both in the JARS realm
Ethos. Yeah.
and in a classroom setting
Yeah.
with
in a community
at
college.
a community
setting.
college, those are two things that were very different from
Correct.
what you'd experienced before.
Yeah.
So what are some takeaways of how do you learn in these scenarios, or what are ways that maybe your teaching has changed because of what you've learned?
Yeah.
Because people who know you are a teacher at heart.
And there's I guess three main people who I was learning from: Mark Ott, Dave Koistra, and then Chelsea Rizzo. She was my EMT teacher, and they all three have very different teaching styles. Mark Ott is it's our joke in the hangar. Is you gonna leave it like that? Because that's like his go-to question of. Sometimes it's because there is still something wrong. It is not to the completion standard he wants us to learn to. And so he's going to say, you're going to leave it like that? Not tell us what is wrong, but he'll give those like little throw-ins to help us know how to identify when something's wrong. And then he'll be like, all right, well, go to this book, or go to the manual. And like, he'll leave it broad, but he'll keep making you keep looking.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the kid who comes to the parent like, Mom, I can't find my hat. And Mom's like, did you look? I looked everywhere, Mom. And she's like, did you look in the closet? No, I guess I didn't look there. And you just keep saying, okay, well, have you looked here as well? Like continually giving the options of, have you looked everywhere?
He's not going to hand it to you.
Yes.
But he's also not going to leave you with nothing to go on.
Correct.
Yeah.
And he's not going to let you walk away from it.
Ah.
So, and that is very good. That helps you learn how to be a little bit more tenacious in your like search and work.
And independent.
Yeah. Yeah, Dave Koistra he likes to just create a scenario, throw you in it, let you figure stuff out, let you try different things. Like what I would imagine, I have no idea if I'm going to be saying anything accurate or not, but the impression I get is kind of like a Montessori means of teaching, of like, we're just going to give you all of these sort of like basic tools that don't just tell you, it's not an interactive TV show where you're getting absolutely everything you need. All the color, all the information, all the voices. It's like, here's a book. You let your mind come up with the characters and what they look like and the colors and paint the scene. And again, I don't know if the Montessori thing is the right term or not, but it's just that like, boom, here's a scenario. Go. Try to figure it out. Let the act of trying to figure out a new problem be your teacher. Mixed with there are certain things he really cares about, and he's just going to make you do that sheet metal project as many times as it takes for it to be right. And then you have Chelsea, who's in a different setting because it's a classroom. So she has to give lectures. Like the classic school format is what she has to work within.
There is a syllabus, and you must hit all of the pieces of that in order to complete the course.
But yet she was still creative in that, this week she's working just on the whiteboard, drawing pictures, trying to build little stories into what she's teaching that will help your mind make connections. Tons of repetition, so that whenever you're in high-stress situations, you are not trying to think. You're just letting it come because you've had so much repetition.
Muscle memory.
Yep. And, very accurate and precise in what she's teaching because she needs us to know exactly this and exactly this. And you can give this much of this medication if this, and this are present conditions, and also she had us do Jeopardy. That was like our the night before a test or the week before a test or whatever it was. She'd make the whole room compete in a Jeopardy game, and that was very fun. Everyone got into it.
People learn best when they're having fun.
Yes. Yeah, and she kept it pretty light. She was very good. How has that changed my instructing style? That is a good question. Because I'm going to have opportunities to teach in a bunch of different formats. The first thing I'm going to be teaching is a class in a classroom setting. So one of the things I'm going to try to do is take, basically try to hit one level deeper. Not 10 levels deeper, but like one level deeper on components of an aircraft that people are going to be familiar with. They're going to know, that's what that part is. That is an oleo strut. That's what that landing gear is. Okay. I would imagine most people who are going to sit in my class are going to know that. And they're going to know roughly how it works. There's air in it and there's liquid in it. And I want to go that one step deeper of why does it matter that there's both air and liquid? How are those things interacting in this system to produce the result that you want? What is the result that you want, and why do those things do it? So I want to use lots of pictures and visuals mixed with some precise descriptions of sort of the physics or the science behind what it is. I'm still trying to figure out how to work in like a scenario-based thing. My first class I have very little time to get through a lot of material, unfortunately. So that one will be a challenge just to get through the material as it is, let alone allow lots of time for discussion, which I think will be a bit of a detriment. But yeah, just that I I want them to have little aha moments of, oh, that's what that is. I've known what those parts are, but I haven't really understood, why does an alternator produce electricity? It's a spinning thing that has a magnet, and it's got, alternating current that I can turn into direct current using whatever. Like I can tell you these are the components of it, but I also don't know viscerally why a magnet spinning produces electricity.
Is this is it kind of like answering the question, why should I care? Or is it more, let's just give you more of the why behind the what?
Yeah,
to be able to troubleshoot better.
Yeah, it's a little more the why. I mean, I know for myself, if I can understand not just the checklist of this is what the system is and this is how I work through the system, but one step deeper of this is why the system works or how the system works, which would allow me to take that same basic understanding and then reapply it to
generalize it.
So like the oleo strut, which is one of the landing gear components on the aircraft I'm going to be teaching. The reason you have the liquid and the air in there is to be both a spring and a shock absorber. And I'll explain deeper into like how those two things are doing it. But on any car, you have a spring and a shock absorber. Totally different mechanics of what even materials and stuff are used there. But the idea of I need both of these things to make a really good working cushion for myself, where I can land on something but not just be bouncing and not just feel like it splats. So I'm going to try my darndest to do that. We'll see how well it goes, but
yeah. So you're kind of leading into what are we entering?
Yes. So the big starting is I'm going to be a maintenance instructor this coming year. 5 new mechanics and then 5 whom I've been working with already for the past year. But I'll now have some sort of responsibility over, which should be a very interesting dynamic. Being like, you're now middle management above your peers.
Is it going to change that much? Because you've been lead on projects in the past.
Yeah. I don't think it'll change that much.
I think the less you make a big deal about it, the less a big deal it'll be, right?
So you're saying if I make it awkward, it'll be awkward?
That's generally how it works.
I'll consider your advice for sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So what about you? What are you starting? What's on the horizon of this year?
Ooh. Well, I think there's a lot of carryover from last year. I got to start working with a couple of new students in speech therapy beginning of December, which is kind of like the beginning or the end into the beginning of
our time
the
here.
cycle.
At least.
Yeah. So continuing that, there have been a few moms that have talked to me, or it has come up in conversation that they might need speech therapy support in some capacity. So looking at that, there's been a lot of talk of kind of updating our system of what's it called? Note taking and planning and things of that nature. So that's an option, that's a thing on the horizon.
Yeah.
That hopefully won't be too much of a learning curve, just becoming a little more sophisticated in sophisticated's a loaded term. Just everything streamlined onto one online service
Yeah.
that is easily accessible and very organized, and yeah, hopefully will work for everybody involved. So that's kind of the big thing. Potty training, Malachi.
Oh, yeah, that's a horizon that we'll crest one way or the other.
I mean, he's showing interest, so we've been
Yeah.
doing some things with that. To all of our non-parent listeners, sorry, I'm bringing that up. But that's a thing that will probably take some time. New beginning is my sister's wedding,
Woohoo!
so that'll be happening next month.
Yep. We'll have we'll have a third brother now
Yeah.
in your family.
So that's an exciting thing in our wider life. And hopefully we will start figuring out where we'll be headed overseas.
Yep. Yeah, we just figured out this last week, really. They got the full explanation for what the process is for us starting those conversations. So we'll probably be starting those end of first quarter, something like that.
Yeah, so that's a new beginning, kind of shifting our target from becoming a trainer or an instructor to moving overseas.
Yep.
So, yeah, I think those are the big things.
Yeah. Yep. We are looking forward to those things. We're
doing this late at night.
Yeah, we are.
For a 30-year-old, it's late.
I know, I'm old. I'm right at the hump. It's all downhill from here, right?
I think they said that about 25, so you're past that.
Dang it. I'm already building steam. Yeah. That's the little bit that we know of the next year, and we are excited to see what else the Lord has in store for us.
Yeah. I got to do an exercise where you kind of write out your testimony. You draw out your testimony as a river.
Oh, okay.
With different landmarks and moments on the river of your life that are standout moments of your lifetime. And the way that I finished my picture was the river going around a bend. And yeah, we know it keeps going.
Yeah.
Can't see it.
Yep.
Aside from the fact that it's curving.
Yeah.
We're changing our heading from straight to now we're curving around a little. And I think that's everybody's experience pretty much. I mean, maybe there are some of you that are listening that have very clear ideas of how this next year is going to go.
Yeah.
But we're just
All
noticing the
plans subject to
trajectory is
change.
changing a little bit, and the only thing we know is that the Lord's going to keep us afloat.
Yep.
As long as we have, and another piece of that picture that the Lord kind of helped me understand was the progression. I drew a rowboat at the beginning because I pictured it as I'm engaging my whole self in moving forward. And then it turned into more of a sailboat, like, the river's just going to keep me going. What I need is to be able to connect with the Holy Spirit. My word for the year.
Ruach.
My word for the year that the Lord gave me was that word ruach, which is the Hebrew word for spirit and breath and life. Don't know what that means exactly, but in that picture of the river that he had me draw was a mast and a sail, and that was my progressing from me doing all of the pretending. If you've ever been in a rowboat in a fast moving current, you know that you're kind of at the mercy of it. But yeah, staying connected to the wind, and that's something we can count on. Is there will be wind, there will be the Holy Spirit moving. We just need to stay connected to it. So to him.
Yep.
So,
Stay grafted into that vine.
yes, can do nothing of my own,
Yep.
said Jesus. And then he said, you can do nothing of your own.
Yeah, if Jesus said it, I especially
Yes.
can do nothing of my own. Yep. So it'll be good. We'll keep you guys updated on the bends and the twists and the turns. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, this was fun. We covered a lot of
Yeah,
ground,
we
I
did.
think. You got to go into mechanics of
Yes.
airplanes a little bit.
I got to nerd out just a touch.
and I got to talk about spiritual metaphors. So
Win-win.
I'm happy.
Yeah. Good. All right. Well, we look forward to updating you guys again soon.
Until next time.
Woohoo!